Hello ladies and gentlemen, Keaton here and welcome to Nuclear Throne update number 91. For those of you who do not know, this is the one time a week where we here at Tengu Drop take a look at the latest Nuclear Throne update, grab that changelog, put it into video format for your viewing pleasure, and show you as much as possible. With that said, before we head into update number 91, let's quickly recap what happened in update number 90. Update number 90 reintroduced co-op to the game with a new revive mechanic. Weapons were balanced, many tweaks were made, and item drops were fixed to actually work properly. Now that we're all caught up, let's check out update number 91. Update number 91 introduces endings to the game. Previously, players were able to play through each world, reach the throne, defeat the throne, and do it all again with tougher enemies. This week's update changes that in a drastic fashion. And in case it isn't obvious, this video will contain spoilers. You have been warned. There are in fact two different endings to Nuclear Throne. If players take on the throne as usual, after bringing down the mechanical bullet sponge of doom, this will unlock an ending depicting the player taking their place on the remains of the now destroyed throne. Fade to black and cut to the IDPD HQ. The captain sees the player sit on the throne, a grunt runs away only to stop for a second, possibly to fix a wedgie, and suddenly the player dies off screen. The second ending actually requires a lot more finesse. While walking to the throne, players may notice giant generators tucked away into the walls. In order to unlock the second ending, players must destroy all 4 generators before the throne is destroyed. This will spawn a giant portal, which begins the loop as usual. This conditional is very strict, and destroying the generators after the throne is destroyed will not change the outcome. But new endings aren't the only new content this week. Crowns have received a facelift, now featuring a visual representation of its effects. For example, Crown of Death features a skull, Crown of Life features a heart, Crown of Haste features a clock, and so on. That's it for new content this week, so let's check out the fixes and changes. A couple crowns have been tweaked. The Crown of Risk now rewards players with more drops for having full HP, and rewards less drops for low HP. The Crown of Luck now starts players at 1 HP, and randomly starts some enemies at 1 HP as well. The Super Flat Cannon and Bouncer Shotgun now use less ammo, the Super Slugger's rate of fire has been increased, and the Energy Hammer's rate of fire has been decreased. Speaking of Energy Hammer, both the Energy Hammer and Energy Sword now spawn later. A number of enemy behaviors have been tweaked, including Scorpions now having a firing range limit. And the Strong Spirit mutation now requires players to reach the next area before it recharges. Fixes this week focus on everything Vlambeer broke last week, and more. That's a gist of the list of changes this week, but there's a lot more we didn't mention, so if you would like to read the full list of changes for yourself, be sure to check out the link in the description below. Now let's check in with what the community's been up to. Steam user Solid has issued a new challenge this week called the Crown of Eagle Eyes Challenge. In this challenge, players must choose eyes, start with the default revolver, with the Crown of Risk active from the start, and in an interesting change of events, players must not run once, but twice. For all the details regarding this challenge, be sure to check out the link in the description below, listed under Community Link Dump. Then be sure to head over to the Nuclear Throne wiki to brush up on egos and their eyes, then head over to the subreddit to talk about egos, and then head over to the Steam forums to talk about eyes. Yeah. And that'll do it for update number 91. I'm personally not a fan of the requirements to loot now. According to GW, focusing on the generators does not cost much more ammo than fighting the throne straight on. However, the way that the throne fight currently works now is ridiculous. In order to loot, players must focus on 4 generators while avoiding bullet spam, while not moving far enough to trigger the throne to walk towards the player, while avoiding the throne guardians and their bullet spam, and on top of that, the player has to have enough ammo to deal with all of that in the first place. It's an overabundance of things that ultimately hides away the most fun aspect of Nuclear Throne, which is looping. It locks it behind such a strict requirement of not only skill, but luck, and it's honestly almost not worth trying for. Having the IDPD teleporting you from another dimension seems more logical, which is also a frustrating end as someone who goes into the game completely blind. While the generators light up when the throne becomes active, it's preceded by a giant death ray and is often out of view of the initial walk up to the throne. And not to mention killing the player at the end of the game is just mean. Now yes, the ending is still a work in progress, but these endings do not encourage me personally to reach the throne, or at least actually try to win. Anyway, if you haven't already purchased Nuclear Throne and you want to learn more about it, be sure to check out nuclearthrone.com. You can also subscribe to Vlambeer's Twitch channel where they live stream the development of this game every Tuesday and Thursday. Subscribing gives you access to Nuclear Throne emoticons used on twitch.tv as well as a Steam copy of the game. And of course, we here at Tengu Drop do our best to cover the latest Nuclear Throne update every weekend or when it's released late like it was this week. And we also do a playthrough every Thursday called Nuclear Throne Roulette. So be sure to check back often or just subscribe to the channel. As always, I'm interested to hear your thoughts on the latest additions and changes made to the game. How do you feel about the new endings? Which ending do you prefer? Be sure to leave your thoughts or maybe your ideas for a better ending or worse ending in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was informative. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye!